The background for the Pasco Processing Center, it goes back to very difficult economic times in the 1980s. And all three communities were in dire straits, but Pasco probably the worst.
And we were desperate to find a way to expand our tax base, and the question was raised, why does all this corn go across the mountain to be processed? Why doesn't it process right here?
So the City Council members, the Port, and the PUD looked at what assets we have in Franklin County and how we could be taking advantage of those assets.
And we did that by coming up with the idea of basically it's a sewer system or a wastewater system for the food processing industry that would attract multiple plants. We'd handle all that for them so they didn't have to worry about it.
At the time, I was the executive director of the Port, and the role that we would play would be work with Tridec for the marketing side, but also be the land developer.
And about that time we were going through all that, the Burlington Northern Railroad decided to get rid of all the farmland they had in the Franklin County area. And it convinced the City Council to buy 10 farm circles northeast of town to serve as the wastewater fields.
Ken always believed that Franklin PUD, being customer-owned, had more of a mission than just to deliver electricity. There's a public purpose to public utility districts, so Ken was always looking to see how we could improve the lives of our customers.
We're in the land development business, have been, always will be. That's part of the role that the Port can play. The city was they could provide the capability to take the wastewater out of the plant and treat it as a municipal flow as opposed to have to be handled by the private company. And the PUD made their contribution by being ready to go with respect to having adequate amount of power available when that company needed to turn the switch.
Once the city bought the land and was committed to the project, then the Port got on board, the PUD got on board, and really pulled all those resources together, and it was a fantastic team approach and wouldn't have worked otherwise.
He helped this area, the economy of the area, through his involvement and through his willingness to share the vision with Gary Crutchfield and Jim Toomey and to engage the board here at Franklin PUD in that vision.
Before the end of 5 years, Simplot was decided to come to Pasco to build their plant, and that started the whole thing off.
I think that the collaboration and the trust that we had of each other, I believe that was a very, very strong building block for making the processing center successful.